Well, hey there, all. Cashmagnet Guru coming at you. Hopefully, I am currently live, but we will see. I'm kind of having a little issues here because Cashmagnet's having, believe it or not, more issues. Yep, that is actually possible. So what is going on with this? Now, before I get into that, let me tell you what's going to go on with the show tonight. First of all, we're gonna talk about what's going on with the phones right now. One thing is I'm not real sure what's all going on with the phones because I honestly am not absolutely sure. Now, that being said, Rookie had pointed out that. Okay, before I get in that, sorry, I'm kind of skipping around here. So let me get my little brain on track here. So we're going to talk about what's going on with the phones right now. That may or may not be clearing itself up as I'm kind of looking at my phones. The other thing is we're going to talk about the level 6 stuff more in depth and the new Cashmagnet update. And what's going to be happening on later in the week as well. Because the update for Cashmagnet happened, but there's going to be basically more to that update towards the end of the week that coincide with each other. I put a video out about that, yesterday, day before. Hopefully for one of the guys that criticized me that I'm talking a little faster. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast. Just kind of kidding there. Hey, I don't make my living YouTubing. So, you kind of have to deal with how I talk. I don't know. It is what it is. I am what I am. I just do this for giggles. YouTubing's, fun. And hey, I just throw out the information out to people. Nobody's going to confuse me with like Tech Hustler or Soda or others, or the people that have 6 million subscribers. Not going to confuse me with that. This is like my way down the list gig that I do. Okay. Okay, so the problem what I just saw and that we were talking about, I'm not sure if other people saw this. But apparently somewhat clearing up. So here's a picture of 48 of my phones here. So I don't know if we can actually get into this a little further. Whoops. That went a little crazy. That's just all. You figure as much as I spend on my phone, that maybe I should take like a photography class, so I wouldn't be so awful at taking pictures. One would think, right? Well, that's definitely not the case. I apologize for that. Okay, so as you see, of course you can't read it because it's all blurred out because I suck at photography. That a number of my phones had issues on this bank. This is just a bank of 48 phones. These are for the most part my oldest phones that I have. So you see that they're having problems. So, but what is actually going on? Okay, well, hopefully y'all can read this. Account error. Make sure your time settings are correct and set to automatic in date and time settings of your phone and set automatic time zone. Well, Rookie Farmer said it was an issue with the uh, European rollback time. What am I looking for? Daylight savings time. I didn't even know they had that. And honestly, I never remember this happening. In any of the 2 previous years that I've done Cashmagnet, I don't remember seeing this before. But looking around at my phones right now in my office, I still have a number of them, and I might actually have some phones that the date and time aren't correct. That wouldn't surprise me one little bit. So it apparently it's going to clear itself up. Probably. Maybe. For the most part, it has. Have you all ran into this? Y'all looking at your phones? Y'all looking at me with a silly look on your face like, what in the world is he talking about? Well, I just showed you pictures. I can't be crazy, can I? Well, I can be, but I'm actually not. I could be wrong, but, this time I'm actually not. All right. Well, that being said, I know this is kind of an odd night. A Saturday night. It is Saturday, right? A week until Halloween for the people that celebrate Halloween. Let's see. Let's hop into the stream. Hey, we had Rookie, and he was talking about Cashmagnet fixed itself at the top of the hour. Must have been daylight savings related. Wait. Now, that's not our daylight savings time, right? And you're probably hearing some of my phones just buzzing in the background. So, all right, we got Bad Boy in. Bernadette Lynch, welcome. Soda was not looking good. I have not caught any of Soda's videos in a while. So I don't know. I hope he's doing all right. I've always liked Soda. I've always enjoyed his streams. His music and my music definitely are not the same. But yeah, I like Soda. I met Soda way early on when I started the YouTubing stuff. Okay, Ricky Farmer. No EU goes through daylight savings a couple of weeks before us. And he retracted his message. That's not fair. He must have called me a bad word. Yep, I bet that's what happened. I bet Ricky Farmer called me a beep. Oh wait, okay, he must have just edited it. Before us, ours is next weekend. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't even realize that the EU had daylight savings time. I had no idea. I thought we were the only ones in the world. And Ricky Farmer is of the upper northern heritage, descent, persuasion. Ricky Farmer is a Canadian. We don't hold that against him because he is one of the brightest people I've ever met. So, okay. So another thing, hold on a second. Let me try to, oops, I knew that was going to, my apologies there. So if you're seeing this message, just basically ignore it. It's going to apparently, well, if it keeps persisting for a couple hours, then I would absolutely check the date and time. See if there's actually some kind of issue. you know, that's going on. Oops, I don't know if that actually, hold on a second. Sorry, all. Let me, I'm trying to do some behind the scenes stuff here. And I don't know if it's going to let me. So just give me just a little bit. Apologize on this. Oh, that's okay. See, how do I? Oh, what the? Oh, I see. Okay, okay. One thing. Okay, what I was actually doing was I was checking on the monetization. Now, I'm gonna lay some things out here. I'm definitely going to, for now at least. I'm not gonna do the same thing that other YouTubers do. You know, I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, but I'm not gonna put my hat out there and say, hey, if you like my content, give me some free money. I'm not gonna do that. Not for now, at least. I don't need the money. If free money's nice, but I'd rather have you guys take that $2, $5, you know, $100. Actually, I'll take $100 from Rashawn Penn. That guy's rich. I seen his YouTube channel. He just rakes in the money there. How you doing, Rashawn? So that being said, you know, I do put some of the advertising in my videos. I do that just, you know, I'm not making hardly anything on it. But, you know, I don't want to take money out of you all's pockets. There's no reason for that. You know, another big YouTuber, when he would do his live shows, he would beg people for money. I didn't like that. I never gave him a dime. And I'm sure a lot of people really regret giving him more than a dime. Okay, so that being said, you know, I'm definitely getting off track of the show, aren't I? Need to get roped back in. All right. So where were we? We were going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. Is that right? No, we weren't going to do that. We're going to talk about making some money passively, weren't we? So let's get into a bit of the level 6 stuff. That's okay. So Rookie and I were talking earlier about how big of a percentage is the community running on level 6. You know, I didn't think it was very much, and he thinks it's quite a bit. Hopefully not much of the community is running Oreo or Pi. Hopefully not many are running those. And I'm not running, I think I have one, maybe, that is Oreo. I can't remember if it's Oreo or maybe it just will not level up. Can't remember what the exact issue with it is. But you know, I don't run Oreo and Pi or I don't know what Q is. Is it croissant with a Q? Okay, there's my humor for the night. You're stuck with it. So okay. So what happened was Cashmagnet came to us and said, "How about doing some testing for us?" And Rookie Farmer and Smoke and I, we've done testing for Cashmagnet in the past. And so I didn't do the testing with him this time, you know, because I had one phone. I really didn't have the time. So Smoke and Rookie Farmer, they did the testing, and they're good testers. What Cashmagnet did is they came and said, okay, here's what we need. We need some phones to be tested on level 6. Because we all know that the payments, the earnings daily was like what, 8 points. You're not going to be able to ever go to Denny's on 8 points a day. No way. So they did a test for a day, sent the logs in. Cashmagnet came back and said, okay, since that apparently didn't work, here's another version. So they did the testing, sent the logs in. Okay, maybe that didn't work either. Whatever. So they sent a third one, sent the logs in. Apparently Cashmagnet was happy with that. What'd you guys test? Like maybe a dozen phones, possibly? So hopefully it's solved. So Ricky Farmer, my level 6s on older versions were fair, but level 6 on Letterlink was trash. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure exactly how that was working for people. Yeah, that's right. I do remember you saying that when you were running the blue, I don't know if you were running the green version, but that you were still earning on that, but not on the Letterlink version. And the Letterlink version was trash for level 6. And when that whole version was just rushed. I mean, it was terrible. They shouldn't have done what they did. They should have just scrapped everything they tried to do. And I understand why they tried to do some of the stuff they did, but it caused a lot of issues. And then of course, so we got the new version out. But before that, Cashmagnet got hammered and got all their apps and games knocked out of the Play Store. Bam. Google Play Store said, no, we're not going to deal with it. All of your apps are gone. Okay. So Cashmagnet came to us and said, well, we're going to do some working around here. And so what they did was, okay, so we all know that they have these on their website, the APKs. Now, somebody else also with a big Google Drive filled with 77 of them. Now, I've got about 25 or so on my computer. Now, I'm sorry, I don't use the APK pure like others on the Discords do. I'm sorry, I don't do that. And I had somebody yell at me like, hey, why don't you explain how to use the APK pure? Well, I don't even know what it is, honestly. I've never seen it. I've never seen a video of somebody doing it. I don't know anything about it. But if you guys want to use the APK pure, you got to go to one of the Discords and ask. I'm not the one to ask. So that being said, a lot of people, it's ridiculous. Like a lot of people are still complaining like, what's going on with not being able to download? This has been going on for a month. I was baffled by that. I'm like, well, why are people asking a month after this started? I could understand maybe a couple of weeks, but a month going, whoa, why aren't these apps working in the Play Store? What's going on here? What's going wrong? Well, sometimes, and they're posting in the Facebook groups, what's going on? Or they'll throw up a new post on Reddit, what's going on? All they had to do is read a post or two down, and there is an absolute explanation of what's going on and how to fix it. And what I'll do in the description after, I might be able to throw this in. No, I won't be able to throw this in. I know I won't. But I'll throw this in the video description after the show. You might be able to find some of this stuff already on the Discord channels. And if you have not visited the Discord channels, I will try to also put that in the description below. Can't do that now. Well, I probably could possibly try to do it now. But anytime I try to do stuff like that in the middle of a show, I tend to screw something up. So let's not do that, right? Okay, so now we're into the next. Got a little long-winded there. I apologize, but it just needed to be said. I kind of got up on my soapbox a bit. My apologies. So what Cashmagnet is going to do is they're going to put all their games back into the Play Store, with one interesting caveat with it. Now, here's some of the big news, and I told this to you guys the other day in the video. So these are coming to Cashmagnet, and they're going to, I don't exactly know how Cashmagnet is going to implement this. Are you going to have to hit update on some of the existing ones? Are you going to have to download them separately again? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it's not a big mess. And supposedly all these apps are supposed to come in late next week, as in before Halloween. Now, we all know Cashmagnet and their schedule. Give me a couple days, we'll get it done. Hey, they'll be out in a week. Well, we know Cashmagnet and their silly schedule. I don't think, for me, it's never happened where they've said, hey, it'll be a couple of days. And actually, it was a couple of days. No, I don't think that's ever happened to me in the, 2.5 years or so. So usually, Cashmagnet time is not the same as real world time. Their time runs a lot slower. So 3 to 4 days could be a week to 10 to 3 weeks. You never know. Okay, so these apps are going to get put into the Play Store, knock on wood, by Halloween. But there's a huge change that's going to happen at the same time. Levels 1 through 5 are gone. And maybe they're kind of gone now. I don't really know. But levels 1 through 5 will no longer be active. They're probably still going to be in the app, and you can probably still sit on them. But they're not going to pay. Now, I've got a question in for Cashmagnet on. There's going to be a big sign saying, you are currently on level 2 and you are earning nothing. You are currently on level 5 and wasting your time. Is there going to be notes and signs? Are you going to even be able to click on that? Now, one problem with that is the rollback bug is still going to be in effect. So rolling back from 7 to 2. What is Cashmagnet going to be able to... What's going to happen there? Will we get notified? Or will it just be like it is now? Now, that's where we're definitely going to have to keep bigger tabs on our phones. This is where, I can't say it enough. I bash my head against the wall having to still tell people. There's still people that go, what's wrong with my phone? It's not showing any time. What's wrong with my phone? It's on level 2 and it was on level 7. What's wrong with my phone? It's showing a 0 for earnings. Well, we all know those are the bugs. And it still baffles me that people are like, well, how do you fix that? Same way we fixed it for over 2 years. We've gone in and dumped the Cashmagnet data, dumped the system cache, logged back in. That's how that stuff gets solved. And sorry, I just got a huge draft in my house. Really strange. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty huge. Levels 1 through 5 gone. So there'll be no more waiting 50 hours of passive time for new users and new accounts, even though that could be bypassed. Sorry, we didn't share that aspect. One of those things that we didn't share because we were kind of worried that it would possibly come back and bite Cashmagnet. So sorry, not sorry. One of those things. Yeah, so I mean, so that's it. So that's what's going on. The 0 bug is still going to be in play. So you still gotta be taking care of your phones daily. You still have to. Levels, 1 through 5 being deleted. Nobody's gonna care. For the most part, nobody will care. It's not a big deal. Getting the games and apps back in, that'll be nice. But honestly, I only had to add apps to maybe 8 of my phones, and I have a lot of phones. So it wasn't a big deal to me, and I didn't really quite understand why it was kind of a big deal to some people. And okay, so how did I do it? I showed you in my video how I did it. I just downloaded a big chunk of these APKs onto my computer. Let me see if I can show you the folder. Give me a second. Okay, so there you go. So all I did was I just grabbed them all, and I just I'll just grab a chunk here. So let me grab another phone, and I'm not saying that this is going to that this is for everybody. It's not. But most of my phones, I don't have like a million apps on them. I don't have full passive time on probably a single phone. So I'm only going out and grabbing these if my phones don't have enough passive time to be running 24 hours. Okay, so I highlighted these. Send to. Okay, so let's try this again. Send to, and there's my LG G5 I just grabbed. Oh, whoops! I actually don't want to do that. Stop. So I really didn't want to do that. But all I did was I did that, and I grabbed an app installer. Hold on a second. Let me throw that phone back up. And let me see. Go here. Let's go to app installer. Oops. Whoops. My bad. Apparently, I think I think. All right. Okay, so this is what I used. So I used an app installer. Actually, it probably wasn't this one. It's probably another one. But I just went one by one and installed them. I know there's a way to use the APK pure and do it like as a batch. For me, like I said, I just didn't hardly have any. And I wish I would have learned to use the APK pure. Well, like I said, you could go to the Discord and learn. But you know, these apps, knock on wood, should be out later this week. Okay, so hopefully that takes care of all the level 6 stuff that's going on right now. And sorry, now I got a fly just out of the blue. I feel like I feel like the vice president with the fly just rolling after me. But you know, it wasn't bothering him, but man, this thing is just in my face. So, okay. Now that we've gone to what happened with the update and what's going to happen hopefully in the next week. And you know, this is going to make Cashmagnet more secure, theoretically speaking. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that actually does transpire. But you know, it's just really, you know, the update was, I would just say it was really basically for level 6 people. Okay. I'll hop on the stream, and then what I want to do is I just grabbed some random questions from some of the groups, and from Reddit, and even from some of my videos that I'll go over, and then we'll take a little Q&A at the end. But here, let's hop into the stream. Let's see. Bernadette, I got over 25 each on level 6 on Letter Link. Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, we got phone farming, I would imagine. Is that phone farming Scott? Or is that phone farming? Not sure what your name is anymore. Now, is it still phone farming, or is it gamer Scott? How you doing? I am doing good. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, okay. Bernadette was 1.03 for the day on level 6 with 4 phones. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was actually really good. Well, Ricky Farmer, I'll buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, Rookie was just getting slaughtered, and his earnings still aren't very good. Still not very good, and I'm pretty sad about that. Yeah, he was averaging like 0.04. We were kind of throughout the month we were kind of comparing earnings, and it was like, oof, boy, yuck. Felt sorry for him. Bernadette, maybe New York City is blessed again. Okay, I just checked. It's still the same, 70-80 cents per IP on level 7, and it was $1.03 for level 6 today. Are you talking like 20 cents per? You only getting 20 cents per level 7 phone? Okay, so let's have a little fun here. Now that I kind of said hi to, I'm surprised we got more people in the stream, but they're not talkative. Where y'all hiding? catching you at a bad time, folks? Okay, let's hop into this. Some of this Q&A stuff that I put together. Let me get a little situated here. I think I might have got my fly. I think I might have got him. I'd be happy. Probably gonna get PETA called on me, but I'm okay with it. All right. I had a really good question that I ran into. Is there a full list of status messages and how to troubleshoot them? Now, that's actually kind of good. I think maybe I'll put something together with that. And, see what we can do. Because, that's kind of interesting. Like me, excuse me, I've never seen, like, the VPN warning. I've never seen that. Because I've never ran a VPN. Of course, we get the low battery. We get please connect. What's the other one? The red trash can. And there's more. I'll look at putting something together. And we'll try to do a video by December of 2022. Maybe a little sooner than that. Why do people ask for payments on the second day of the month? I don't know. Why? Why do they? That's the whole payment thing has always, bugged me with people, We all know that when people were complaining about being 90 days behind and people quitting, that, I was building up. I was building my farm then. Because I wasn't worried. That being said, I don't know why people ask for payments on the second day of the month. Antsy, they need that $20, need that $100. I've been there. I understand how you kind of count on that, but boy, phone farming money, I would never count on that. On being on a certain day, I just wouldn't. That being said, some people have reported payments like 15 days after they've submitted them. I know that happened with Rookie with one of his, with him, that he got paid like 15 days after submitting instead of waiting the 30, which was just strange. Another question that was out there, and Rookie was actually involved in this as well, was this guy cashed out like $10 on like the 10th day of the month. I mean, I don't touch, I don't cash out anything until the very last day of the month. It's like 2 or 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to cash out for the month. And one of these months, I'm going to actually forget about it. And it's going to make me angry. And I'll probably have to I'll probably have to send Cashmagnet an email going, pretty please, can I have my money this month, not next month? So, wait till the end of the month. Especially if you're taking out PayPal, why pay more in fees? Excuse me. If you're cashing out $20, why cash out 2 10s? I mean, $25. Why cash out? On the 10th and on the 20th, and $5 on the 30th. Why do that? Save those fees. Here's actually a Here's a very, very good question. And this is something I asked kind of when I first started phone farming. Do better end phones earn more money? Now, what this says is with Honeygain or AA music. Now, I'm going to say that higher end phones will make more money. But is it substantial? Is it very much? Especially for Honeygain and AA music? Well, higher end phones are going to be on the 5 gigahertz band, which with your Wi-Fi, which can handle more data back and forth, as opposed to the 2.4 gigahertz band that is more common on most older phones. I wouldn't say lower end. I'd say on most older phones. Now, everybody's heard me say this, that I'll put the Majesty Pros up against most any other phone. You know, my 16 gigahertz Majesty Pros or gigabyte Majesty Pros, those were solid phones up until they started just dying en masse. And I need to actually, I was going to actually show you all my Majesty Pros that have died in the last couple of months, but I ran out of time. I'll have to save that for another time. But they earned just fine. They were fantastic phones. I'd put them up against my Aristo 2s. I'll definitely put them up against my LG G5s. My Majesty Pros, those things lasted 2 years. I spent $10 on those. I never had to buy a new battery. Well, you couldn't, of course. Maybe one of the gurus knows how to do that. You know, wire a battery straight. But that's beyond my pay grade. I would say every one of my LG G5s I've replaced the battery in. That's no joke. That would probably constitute close to 70 phones. So, you know, you could kind of do the math that I paid probably anywhere from $12 to $15 per battery per phone. I was actually going to take a photo of my big box of batteries. And I ran out of time, so I gotta put a mental note on that. My Aristo 2s, for the most part, I let the batteries bloat. You know, the backs are off of them. They're not gonna hurt the phone. I've maybe replaced 40. No, probably 60 of them. And, you know, I wasn't paying as much. I was paying under $10, I believe, for those. But yeah, my Majesty Pros, absolutely. Now, would I say, here's what I put in the comment was, would my Samsung or would my S10 Plus earn more than an Aristo 2 for AA and Cashmagnet or AA and Honeygain? I would probably say a little. I personally would not say much. You know, they both run on the 5 gigahertz. I don't think it would really matter much. Pennies. You know, what do you all think? Do you think it would? You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I absolutely like with Honeygain, I have phones that are running Honeygain and AA music now. I got into the AA music game. I think I might have told you all that. But I'm running those on Rebel ones. Are they earning well? Well, no, not really. But I never made my investment back when I bought 30 of them to run on the U apps because my network sucked back then and could not handle it, and B, you just didn't last long enough. I got into the U apps too late. So my overall answer is, yeah, but it's not worth it. Would you? I would not buy a phone at all right now just for Honeygain. Would I buy a phone just for Honeygain and AA? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. It'd have to be under $15. And what are you going to get for $15 right now? You know, I had had a long term, one of my old subscribers a long time ago, hit me up the other day and said, what phone should I buy? The Aristo 2s are too expensive. And I told him, I don't know. I know that some of the Discord guys will say, if you're spending more than $15 on a phone, you're crazy. Well, I mean, I've gone back and forth with them on this. But okay, so if you can find a 16 gig or 8 gigahertz or gigabyte phone, and you got a small farm under 20 or under 30 devices, probably under 25. You can run those on the 2.4 gigahertz band and be okay. But boy, once you start pushing 25 or more, on one access point, you're really pushing it there. You really are. And of course, you're already running into you're on a business account. So you've got money sunk into it already. It's tough. Like I told people, I would not expand right now. I would not fire up another business account. I would buy phones to fill out that account, and get all those, if you have 13 IPs to get the 52 phones, I would do that, sure. But I wouldn't say, well, I could get another business account, get another 52 Cashmagnet phones up and going. I'm not going to do that right now. If Cashmagnet was paying more, if they were paying 50 cents, yeah, I'd seriously. No, actually, I wouldn't do it. I got too many phones. No way. But I would recommend people to do it then. I would. I just wouldn't do it. I'm at my max. I'm at my max on my phones. Okay. Why do I not discuss GPT sites? Get paid to. Well, I'm all about getting paid. We all know that. But it's that big two. Get paid to do this. Get paid to click buttons. No, and no. I went through the survey stage, which every phone farmer has gone through. No, and absolutely not. No. So why don't I talk about them? Because I don't think y'all should be doing them. Don't do surveys. Use your time more valuably. Your time is way more valuable than to make 10 cents an hour. Way more valuable. Why don't I review more apps? Well, You know, I'll leave that up to the bigger guys. I'll leave that up to Tech Hustler and Sean and you know, whoever. I won't do them. Because I don't want to encourage you guys to sit there and pound buttons mindlessly. Oh my gosh, it's the half an hour. I've got to go push buttons on a half a dozen phones to make 3 cents this hour and 3 cents next hour. And hopefully, I've just made 33 cents for the day. Or a couple of bucks on 12 phones where I had to spend 8 hours doing it. No, I don't do any passive apps that, or I don't deal with apps that aren't passive. If I'm going to sit there and pound buttons, no, Current music, when it went to, you got to pound buttons, I went, no, I don't. And when they dropped their you needed 25,000 points or 2,500 points, whatever it was for current music. And they said, well, you know, you're going to have to start hitting the button and it's going to be 35,000 points, 3,500, whatever, for 25 bucks. I was like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Delete. No more current music for me. I think they probably did have better music than AA. I really do. Do I do any cryptocurrency? You know, I got into crypto for about a whole month. I made $10 on $8,000 investment. Yeah, see, crypto's just not for me. You know, it's something I don't understand. You know, I don't fly airplanes because I don't understand them either. I don't play craps because I don't understand how to play craps. I don't like throwing my money at something I don't understand. And yes, it's my own fault for not reading about it, not learning about it. Now, the crypto mining, you know, I've built 2 computers for myself, but I'm still just not that savvy to get all wild and crazy. You know, crypto mining it's back in there. People are building rigs again. Yeah, I ran across. Why doesn't my rooted phone work for Cashmagnet? Well, geez, you know, they got rid of that 2 years ago. That could be a really good reason why it doesn't work. Yeah, we see this every now and again. A post a negative balance after they cash out, and you know, they kind of maybe jam the button twice. You know, saying, "Oh, that's kind of slow. Let's hit it again." So they end up with a negative balance. Well, it works out. Is AA music paying? Yes, and yes. Absolutely. Absolutely is. Oops, that's not what I was wanting. Yeah, AA music's still paying. I have not cashed out because I got back into it late. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to get into it or not. And I've kind of got into it. I need to get a little more serious about it. I haven't done it. And that's just me. That's just me. As far as like how I'm doing money wise this month, you know, let's take a look at this. You know, I brought this up and I really didn't think. You know, I was actually pretty surprised. I'm actually surprised I made more this month than I did last month. Now, this is on a 20 phone account. So you see where I beat last month. That's probably not that well. That's definitely not going to happen. I'm not going to beat August. And boy, you just see that big drop off. You know, boy, if we could go back to January, man, I would be happy. I'd be all over that. That'd be nice. But you know, and it stinks. You know, it really stinks being happy about 30 cents per device per day. But you know what? It beats 25 cents per device per day. So while it might be a bummer that earnings are down, it is what it is. I mean, you just can't do anything with it, you know, about it. I actually haven't looked at Honeygain in a while. You know, like I said, you know, Honeygain's still paying. You got to remember, I have a lot of phones on Honeygain before you look at, oh my gosh, he's making all that money. No, I got a lot of phones on it. But, you know, Honeygain, man, you just cannot tell what's going to happen there. You know, I was hoping we're going to get back to the new norm, you know, $10. $10 a day? Nah, that only lasted a few days. I was like, well, okay, we'll get around $9. Okay, no. And then drops to 7 and 8. You know, so I don't know what to expect. I don't even, you know, it's whatever. If I make $8-9 a day, I guess that's all right. You know, it pays for a chunk of my internet. And again, this is just like Cashmagnet. I got almost $200 rolling. I cash out once a month. Why? Because they pound me in fees. Otherwise, you know, I 90% of my bills I put on my credit cards for the cash back. You know, so I don't deal with cash during the month generally. Okay, so let me hop back into the stream a little bit. We got any? Oh wow, we've only almost hit an hour. Whew, somebody got a little long-winded today, didn't he? Let's see. I just checked. Okay. No. Pi devices will last 3 days. 100 Pi devices today. 0.6600. Maybe that's supposed to be 10. Some improvement, but still not where it should be. It'll take some time to build, watch, and installs back up. Yeah, and that's the thing with, you know, the level 6 people is, you know, don't expect, you know, 15 watch and installs the first couple of days. And, you know, let me know if these level 6s are working for you and you are getting watch and installs in. Let's see. Outside of 5 gigahertz, I don't notice much difference on high end versus low end on HD or AA. CM, absolutely. See, I don't see it. I don't see it, rookie. You know, I never. There's a huge difference between my LG G5s and my Majesty Pros. 99% of my phones are 5 gigahertz. That's not sure how 2.4 impacts. Oh well, 5 gigahertz. You'll have more up. You should have more up on 5 gigahertz than on a 2.4 band, I would imagine. That was kind of my assumption with Honeygain, but it's still gonna be pretty minimal, I would say. You know, I'd say, you know, if you can find a $10 8 or 16 gigabyte phone and you have the open IP address, most of you don't. I'm definitely not talking to most of you when I say that. But yeah, you definitely want to have your IPs filled if you can, as soon as you can. And I know it's a frustrating time right now with Cashmagnet and you know what they're paying. We'll see. I'm happy I beat last month, but last month was bad. Last month was bad. And you know, we've I need to really write down and saying, gosh, why was this month so bad? Or was there something odd? You know, why was this month so good? But you know, it stinks. It stinks seeing the new normal. You know, when you're looking at 3 months in a row under 200 for, you know, for 20 phones, you know, so 20 phones, let's say 30 cents per day. So that's $6 a day. So that's 30 cents per device per day for 30 days is 180. And this is just on one of my accounts. So you see 30 is kind of the new normal. Yeah. Last month was bad because of the changes that they made. You know, Cashmagnet has stepped on our earnings from making mistakes, and it has been frustrating. But you know, like I constantly say, you know, I'll be the last one out. I'll be the one shutting off the lights. I'll probably be one of the first ones ringing that bell, going, "Run for the hills, ding-a-ling, run for the hills, run away." But right now, I'm not there. I'm not happy with the earnings, but you know, it is. I can't be mad about it. Can't stomp my little feet, stick out my tongue. Can't do that. That's not going to do any good. No, we just take the earnings that we have. You know, most of our phones should be paid off. And you know, this is something that Ricky just brought up here. They are starting to come to us for testing. So hopefully that is a step in the right direction to avoid last month's disaster update. Yeah. I mean, between the three of us, we have quite a few phones. We understand what Cashmagnet's process is, what they're wanting testing wise. They just need to come to us. I don't think they have very many phones, and I personally don't think they probably have very quality of phones either that they test on. So, that being said, I think we're over an hour. The dog has come and bugged me yet once again, saying, "Feed me, feed me." And it is time for me to make some supper myself, even though it is 9 o'clock at night. I didn't get a chance to eat earlier, but I've been making some dough in the meantime. So I'm going to have some homemade pizza. Well, I'll try to. I'll either do possibly a live stream. I wouldn't count on that this week. But I will try to. Once these apps start rolling into the Play Store, I will get a video out one way or another dealing with that. So we can look to see how that process is going. Hopefully it goes smooth and that there are no issues. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to be this week either. So if people have any questions, let me know. Come find me on Discord and ask. I'm in the two big channels there. I kind of ignore most of the channels except for Cashmagnet and maybe some HG and maybe some AA. You can always drop me a comment, on my video. Or you can always email me. My email's down in the, hopefully, maybe, possibly in the description. We'll see. Okay. Woo! Well, thank you all. Thank you all very much. Hopefully, this has been, a bit informative. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. So Gerardo, I'm sure I butchered the name. I apologize. Gerardo, I don't know. I can't do it. I'm terrible about names. Okay, so okay, so if you actually watch my last video or go back and watch parts of this video, you'll understand what's going on with the level 6 and what's going on with why you can't do the apps. Basically, you have to come here or go to this Google Drive. And these will be in the video description after the show, which is ending now. So, oh, well, welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, the show is just about ending. So go check out the other video that I put up this week. That will show you. Or you could watch this whole video because there is going to be a big change. There is going to be a big change that's kind of in the process of happening with Cashmagnet. You don't want to be on level 2. You want to skip from level 2 to level 6. Or to realistically you want to go to level 7 depending on your phone. So, what I'll do is I'll put in the description, of the video, the Discord. That's the best place to come and track down Ricky or I or, geez, one of the other 50 guys with just fantastic information. Well, welcome. So be sure to, got the new person here. Ooh, so I can really get away with this. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to give me a thumbs up if y'all enjoyed my information. Give me a thumbs down if you think that I only put out one word every 5 seconds. Ugh. Be sure to smash that bell to get notified when I go live. Oh, Rookie Farmer, I didn't show you how to do that, did I? All right. All right, all. Well, I had a great time tonight. Thanks all for coming. And if I don't talk to you all before Halloween, have a great and safe Halloween. Stay safe and bug free. Take care. All right, all.